I'll just introduce myself. I'm actually the literacy librarian. And as you may know, budget is the next really big thing at libraries, especially in the current situation we're in. So I really wanted to keep the costs as low as possible. So this is just a very rough budget that I came up with for initial costs for a zine collection at both branches. But the art librarian at Brand did have her own like collection processing and proposal. So, but because I was working with Central, I just thought I would just lump in both together. And the art librarian at Brand is willing to donate her zine collection, which could also bring costs down. But ultimately, this is just what I came up with, and I just did a brief research on the Demco acrylic displays in I think the fall. So that was the price at the time with tax. So it's not bad, 3,000 initial startup costs and just the ongoing costs. I honestly think that we probably would get a lot of donations for the zines, which would bring costs down as well. But if it was going to be popular and do well, we could potentially buy more displays. And I do want to attend the Zine Unconference and be willing to pay for that as well in the future. Also, I did talk with our teen librarian, and she did give me permission. I don't know if that's the right word, but permission to move forward with this because I know that a lot of time teen librarians are the ones who are really interested in starting up a zine collection. But because my department that I oversee is primarily adult, my interests were just first having an adult zine collection, and then maybe over time the teen librarian could create a teen collection, and then eventually maybe children's could have their own collection. But this is specifically just for adults, so you're aware. Next slide, please. So currently we're just waiting for the final approval, and I do think it will be approved eventually, but there's just a lot of things happening in our library at the moment. And obviously, we might have to change the budget, and it depends on how the budget's going to be for the next fiscal year with the collection development. I know the art librarian at Brand has done some zine programming, but we would love to potentially partner with other departments in the library, like our makerspace, and provide some more programs around zines so that it's, the interest and learning is still there. And then I put nudge because sometimes you still have to nudge the leadership. So I like to occasionally ask about, oh, how's the proposal going? Any movement on that? But yeah, I think hopes are very high for this eventually, hopefully in the next fiscal year. And next slide, please. I think that's pretty much all I have for today. But I'm happy to answer any questions and kind of keep this, um, you know, a conversation as well if you have questions and things like that.
Oh, thank you so much for your information, Jane.
I have a personal collection and I'm willing to donate like some stuff from there for sure. But I don't feel like my collection is robust enough to really start a zine collection at a library. And I wanted to have a variety of different topics from, like food, immigration, different languages, I don't, local history, lived experiences, queer communities. I don't have enough scenes from all the topics that I would love to see.
Thank you. Thank you for visiting our zine collection. And we have a large collection here in all different. Here's some pictures from our collection that you took in all different subjects.
Yeah.
And we made our signs with 3D printed letters. Did you have any plans for signage?
So signage is not something that I have control over. That would just honestly depend on our marketing team. I didn't realize that it was 3D printed. I think that would be awesome.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I do a monthly makerspace, which includes a zine we're making station. We have 5 maker stations. And so I thought, oh, let me just 3D print letters for my different sections.
Yeah, that'd be pretty amazing.
Soon we can visit your collection in person. I'm excited to go to Glendale Public Library, at Central Library, and the Brand Library. So I see the Brand Library would house music and art related zines, and Central Library would house zines and other subject.
Yeah, I'll just put our website also in the chat so you can check it out. Yeah, so for our department, it would have to be the cataloging department that would still do it. Um, and but I mean, I don't mind being the one to kind of read through the donated zines to sift through that and direct them to the appropriate like brand or central. Um, and I don't mind again being the main overseer, but cataloging would not fall under my task. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it was at Long Beach Public Library. We had one cataloger and they cataloged all the zines. And here, the cataloging department, we had a meeting with them when we started cataloging our zines as a system, and they were okay with us cataloging at the branch and submitting it via a Google form to them. So they do the end cataloging to get it in the lapl.org, but we send it over to them via a Google form. So that streamlines, because since we have 73 locations,
Yeah.
but that's, yeah, and Long Beach had 12, so it was still a lot for the one. And you're gonna have them at 2 locations.
We'll start off with two, yeah. I mean, I would love it if we could have like part-time librarians assist with that or even like teen volunteers do various things, but um, you know, once it's approved, then we could probably hopefully talk about the specific details of that.
To have it a web presence. Do you know if Glendale plans to have a web presence for the zines, like a landing page in the future?
Ooh, I would love that too. But that again, that would depend on the marketing department. And we're undergoing like a website change as well. So eventually the Glendale LAC will have a different um, web address too. So a lot of changes happening. Um, we had a leadership change last year, so a lot of things in flux, but we're hoping for a lot of good things to happen.
So I wondered if Alex Theater is near any of your public libraries.
Yes, Alex Theater is right next to our central. It's like a minute walk or two, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I started making zines primarily as like a form of like a memory keeper. So like, what happened this year. So I had like each year. And then at some point it got too, it's too much. It's like scrapbooking, but in the form of zines. So I'm trying it's my goal this year to make more zines, and I have like a little list of topics that I want to do. Um, yeah, so for example, I don't know if I got this idea from the last zine club I attended, which was a while ago, but somebody said, oh, they did a zine called like the care of like themselves, like how to care for, and then insert your name. So I thought, oh, that's a really fun zine. I could give it to my partner. So that's actually a zine I've been working on today. But yeah, I love reading zines, learning more about people, and I want to make more zines on my own this year. I'd love to hear what other people make zines on too, to be honest.
That's awesome. Is the one you're working on that you did today, is it like a mini size or is it a half? I wonder what size most people do.
It's a mini one. So I don't know the process of how you all do zines. I'm not an artist by any means, but I like for each page that's blank, I'll put like, okay, I think I'm gonna like a post-it note, do this, this, this. I don't know if how you all do it, if you're just let's just see how it goes, but I like to kind of organize it a little first and then go from there. But yeah, I'm doing the mini one.